True wisdom is remembering that in the end, no matter what, everything will be fine. Turn your wounds into wisdom. The fool wonders, the wise man asks. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Life isn't about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. The way you see people is the way you treat them, and the way you treat them is what they become. A fool thinks himself to be wise, but a wise man knows himself to be a fool. Wisdom begins in wonder. The only man who never makes mistakes is the man who never does anything. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Good judgment comes from experience, and a lot of that comes from bad judgment. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. The best way to predict the future is to create it. It is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. Do what you can with what you have where you are. Courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. Don't gain the world and lose your soul. Wisdom is better than silver or gold. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. What wisdom can you find that is greater than kindness? Keep me away from the wisdom which does not cry, the philosophy which does not laugh, and the greatness which does not bow before children. The most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said. We must live together as brothers or perish together as fools. Kindness is wisdom. Angry people are not always wise. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. It is not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving. Wisdom is knowing the difference between the things you can change and the things you cannot. Knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. To attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. A wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. The beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it away from you. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. It is wiser to find out than to suppose. Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. Wisdom comes from experience. Experience is often a result of lack of wisdom. Strength grows in the moments when you think you can't go on but keep going anyway. Turn your scars into wisdom. Fall 7 times and stand up 8. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. Silence is a source of great strength. Logic is the beginning of wisdom, not the end. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with 1 step. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you'll be criticized anyway. Wisdom is the reward for surviving our own stupidity. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. A wise man gets more use from his enemies than a fool from his friends. The greatest obstacle to discovery is not ignorance. It is the illusion of knowledge. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Knowledge is power? No. Knowledge on its own is nothing, but the application of useful knowledge, now that is powerful. Fortune favors the brave. Thank you for watching. Which quote was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this, share it with someone who needs a little inspiration today. Stay wise and see you in the next video.